If you want to survive, you need to stop and do these 3 things. Today we're going to talk about SLLS and how we can implement these 4 steps into our lives to better hone our situational awareness and make sure that we're prepared for any threat that we face in our life. Some future content. Some of us move through life like we're on an interstate. We have a specific place that we're trying to get to, and we have a time that we're trying to be there by. And no matter what happens, we're not going to pay attention to what's going on around us. But we know that living with this sort of mindset can get you killed. Maybe you're in an SHTF moment, you're trying to get to a bug out location in the woods, you're moving through an urban jungle. We know that we have to have a different mindset in order to survive, and it's one that warriors and raiders have known for ages. So reconnaissance patrols, raiding parties, explorers, and hunters have all used some variant of SLLS since the dawn of time, and for good reason, because it works. It's effective. It enables you to maintain situational awareness even when you know exactly where you're at. But we normally only talk about SLLS as it relates to when we're conducting a patrol. Maybe it's a short security halt, and these are the activities that everybody in the patrol is going to participate in for the sake of security for the entire group. We stop, we look, we listen, and we smell. Right? So the first thing that we do is we stop, and it's an intentional moment. Maybe it was planned, or maybe it's in a response to an engagement or activity around us. And we have 2 eyes, so we use them. We look directly and indirectly at everything that we can see and perceive around us. We look at shapes, lines, colors, shadows, things that are moving and stationary, even things that are moving that shouldn't be. We look out, and what do we see that's man-made? What can we see that's natural? What's out of place? What sort of lines are we seeing out in front of us that shouldn't be there naturally in nature? What can the shadows tell us? How quickly and in what direction are the clouds moving? What sort of weather is being brought in or pushed out? And the next function is we listen. We really hear and pay attention to the surroundings around us. What are the noises that we can hear? What does it tell us about what is man-made and what is natural? We listen for the movement of the wind through the grass or through the trees. We listen as the airplane flies overhead, or we can hear vehicular traffic off in a distance. Maybe it's crickets or frogs, or even just as importantly, things that we can't hear that we should. What we hear provides shape and gives distinction to our world. But we also need to use our sense of smell. And this is a sense that we often overlook and take for granted. But close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Can you detect the flavors of cedar in the air? Are there man-made objects or chemicals that you notice? Maybe it's soap or cologne. Maybe you can smell cigarette smoke. These are all things that would require further attention. Right? In situation dictating, there is no specified time for how long this break should last. Rather, it is event driven. And so when you're satisfied that you have a solid awareness of the situation at hand, you pick up and you start to move on. And so these are the perfect actions to take as you're moving through the woods and you stop because you sense or you feel that something is not right. These are also the perfect activities to take as you're making a plan to stop, to hydrate, or to prepare a meal. Or maybe we stop just short of a linear terrain feature. But more than in just a tactical environment, these can also be excellent activities for us to take on a day-to-day basis. So SLLS is overly simple, but it's extremely effective at honing and sharpening our focus for life. Conduct SLLS throughout your day to heighten your awareness and shape your story. Use your senses to better understand your current situation, to evaluate a potential strength or weakness, and even to define a threat. So we can use these techniques at work or even in a conversation with friends or family because it puts the pause button on. It stops us from making a decision too quickly. It helps us to regain and to recenter ourselves, to have total situational awareness and ensure that the actions that come next are proportionate to what's going on. So I hope you enjoyed the content of the video. If you did, make sure you leave some comments down below and let me know if you've used sills in your life or if this is something that you want to add into your kit bag. Again, whether you're going off into a hunting or a field location or whether you're working through the urban jungle. And we will keep this conversation rolling. If you haven't already done so and you want to master your craft, man, then get stoked and subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell so you can stay up to date on some future content. And as always, until then, we'll see you. Team, if you want to master your craft and develop your tactical virtue, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you can stay up to date with future content. Consider becoming a channel member. It's going to give you exclusive access to content not available to anybody else. I appreciate you guys. Until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.
We know you're out there! Come to my voice!